Hey John, what's up, man? It's the amazing atheist. Next time you're not sure, just go click back a few screens and take a fucking gander, please. Alright. So, you were half-ass nice. Well, I guess you were actually genuinely nice, but that's really beyond my, the range of my emotions to be genuinely nice and civil to people. That's just really a trait I've always been sorely lacking in. So, I can't really do that back for you. Sorry about that. Well, basically, let's see. Let's get into your argument a little. You say that, that most religious people are good people, and I think we agree on that. I think I can agree that most religious people are good people. You know what I would also agree with is that, most Klan members, if you ignore the whole racist thing, are also good people. Now, I grew up in Mississippi and in Louisiana. I live in California now, thank God. But I used to live in those backwards hillbilly states, and I knew people that were complete racist pieces of shit. But you know what? When it comes to their family and friends and all that shit, they can be nice people. You know? They can adopt a highway. They can fucking open their own soup kitchens. They'll only serve white people, but it's still a fucking soup kitchen. So, yeah, wow. You know, the KKK isn't that bad, as long as you're not black. I mean, we can ignore that whole racist thing because they're good people. It doesn't matter that they have an ideology that's poisoning their minds because they're good people. Okay? Let's get something straight here. I'm not against people. I don't care about the fucking people. There's lots of good people. Lots of good people get involved in lots of stupid shit, okay? And, that's fine, whatever. But let's see. What we have here is not a case of, you know, religion makes these people good. These people were good before religion ever fucking got into it, okay? All you have to do is teach these people that certain things are good and certain things are bad, and they'll live by those teachings like 99% of the fucking time, as you said. But, you don't have to say, if you don't, God's going to punish you. All you have to say is because it's the right thing, and teach them how to evolve, how to develop a sense of empathy, which is a natural human trait. So we don't need these religions for these things. We don't need religion to give to charity. I mean, look at the secular humanists. They're always giving shit to charity. I mean, I personally haven't given shit to charity because I don't fucking care, but you know, the point is that there's plenty of fucking people out there who don't have faith, who do lots of great shit for other people. It's a, you know, it's a trait of human beings. We like to help each other for the most part. I mean, well, even though I don't give to fucking charities and shit, I mean, you know, you open the door for someone as if they're behind you, and, you know, you say please and thank you and excuse me. If some bum walks up to you and needs crack money, I'll give him a $5, you know. I'll put a little change in the fucking little jar by the cash register, even though it probably goes to some scam artist anyway, but who cares? I like scam artists too. Anyway, here's the fucking deal. Good people, bad people, religion, it doesn't really fucking matter. Those things don't really tie together, okay? And your little assertion that you can look at any group and say, hey look, this group did this, so that group is bad, that's missing the fucking point, okay? You're totally off base with that. The point is not that an individual took the teachings of such and such religion and, you know, perverted it into something wrong and evil. The idea is that the religion itself is wrong and evil, okay? Why do you think these religions start? They don't start so that people fucking love each other and all this shit, okay? They are social adhesives, okay? And they are conformity enforcers. They are the things that keep people docile and obedient. Don't believe me? Just look around the freaking world, okay? How long were people under the spell of the church? How many people are still under the spell of the church? If this was not a Christian nation, if there was no religion in this country, there's no fucking way that there would be any sort of significant moral objection to fucking stem cell research. A logical society would say, hey, we're not going to use it anyway. Might as well use it to help these sick people. So, You know, and the only people that are really protesting, and I don't see too many atheists against stem cell research. I see nothing but Christians against stem cell research. I guess Christians aren't as pro-life as they'd have you believe. You know, I would think that pro-life would mean you want to save lives. You know, but I guess not if it comes at the cost of some meaningless fucking tissue somewhere. All they care about is what it says in some book that was written 2,000 years ago to 5,000 years ago, depending on which section you're talking about. And they get their morality from this shit that's based on ancient times and all this stuff. And in the Buddhist case, some guy sat in a fucking cave looking at a wall until enlightenment just dawned fucking upon him. And he wrote some bullshit down, or told some bullshit to someone else who wrote it down, and now it's a religion. Now, religion is not just going to disappear overnight because I say something, or because Chad Ag says something, or Gisborne 2000 says something, or Capno Awesome, not Awesome-O, but Capno Awesome says something. None of us are going to make much of a fucking difference, okay, as individuals. Richard Dawkins, who's probably the closest thing we have to a god, will probably not make too much of a fucking difference. Sam Harris will not make much of a difference. All the prominent atheists will not make that big of a fucking difference. Sad but true. Thing is, it doesn't matter that we're loud and boisterous and obnoxious and arrogant, because we're gonna win, no matter what. All you're seeing right now is this trend starting to assert itself. Now, you have to realize that atheism in this country, as being acceptable, is right there at like its fringe. I mean, we're talking about something that a few years ago, you know, maybe a generation, you know, atheism was way worse than it's considered now. It's only been recently that it's okay to be an atheist. So of course we're going to be loud and angry. We're just asserting ourselves. We're saying, hey, we're here, motherfucker. Look at us. And I'm sure that as time progresses, we'll cool down. And you know what? But right now, we're just trying to raise awareness that we exist, our opinions matter, and we're trying to drive it through their thick skulls that what we believe, because most people don't understand. You take a Christian and a Muslim and put them together, and they compare notes about what they believe, and they can come to a kind of understanding about it. You believe in some big motherfucker in the sky that controls everything. I believe in some big motherfucker in the sky that controls everything. Wow, we're like brothers, yay! But when it comes to atheism, and I say, I don't believe in any of that, of course the reaction is, well, I don't understand. He's not like us. So it's our job at this fucking juncture, at this point in our social evolution, to say, hey, we're here. This is us right here and now. We are not going anywhere. You're not going to change us. We've always been here, but only now in this era have we really had the shit we need to take you on. We finally reached that point where we can take on the religious people. Because before, we've always known throughout our history that the idea of God was ridiculous, but we had no alternative. We had no alternate explanation. The best explanation we could come up with was, okay, if you could just take out God out of the equation and everything was already here as it is now. But that never fucking really synced up with anything. There was no real evidence to support it. But now we know about evolution, we know about the Big Bang and other cosmological incidents. So we have the ammunition for the first time in history to take them the fuck on. So what you're seeing right now is natural. We're going to be vocal, we're going to get new supporters, we're going to get a lot of support in the new generation, especially with the internet as a medium of communication. It's harder for parents to control what their kids hear and see, so we are going to grow in number. And as we grow in number, we'll grow in acceptance. And as we grow in acceptance, we'll become less extremist, because that's just the nature of things. And before you know it, when we make up a good chunk of the population, most people will look at those people, look at the atheists and say, wow, they're not so arrogant anymore. Now they just seem like well-adjusted people. Maybe I should consider giving up my beliefs and becoming an atheist too. That's what's going to happen, okay? Provided that the Christian right doesn't fucking get total control and decide to fucking put holes in all of our heads. But that's what's happening right now. It's perfectly natural. It's part of a social plan. It's just what's happening, okay? And I'm just a small part of it, and you're just a small part of it, and you are probably going to be the next wave, is your fucking philosophy of can't we all just get along? But right now is not the time for Martin Luther King Jr.'s. Right now is the time for Malcolm X's. That's all I could say. Atheist power, peace.